Yeah. Yeah. Alright, okay. Something new for today. Bringing you massive value, as I was saying, all types of ways. Coming in with the vibe coding thing. Information is all I bring. So, you know, drinking my water. Just picked some tomatoes fresh off the vine. All organic. So basically, coming through with something for today. Getting right back to what I was gonna do. So anyways, yeah, getting, like, why even do an intro? I should just keep on working. Like, it's just a waste of time. No need for that. No need for the hype. Just get straight to the work, really. Everything else, the more I do it, the more I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, the stupid hype stuff, like, I don't need that. Like, people are gonna do what they're gonna do either way. If you like the value that I provide, make sure that you do what you do and just give thanks. I mean, really, you know, like, subscribe, whatever else you want to do, that's cool. But, you know, offering value, that's the main thing that matters. So going straight into the work. Start the dev server. Or actually, this is a Python, so it's different. I wish Python could just, like, start the dev server instead of having to type in python app.py. But hey. So I can get the dev server up. Look at the workflow. I don't even need to remember anymore where I left off. I can just start the workflow. Okay. You are here. Marked as done, marked as done. The trial run, feature gate. Marked done. Should be done. Should be done, so I gotta check out Stackivate. Alright, I'm picking up where I left off. It looks like it's on the feature gate part of the workflow. So, I thought I already built the feature. I just forgot the name of it. So that led me to realize something. Like, in the future, I don't want to get these features mixed up. The one I'm actually doing the video for. And I'm looking at the cards on the mission control. And, I feel like I already, like, approved the idea. And I just didn't mark it as done, and I built the feature and I just didn't mark it as done. But now I'm looking at the features, and like I said, I can't tell which one is the new feature because it's not labeled. So let me know what you think. Where is a good place to label this so I can just look and know like, okay, that's the right feature, and just confirm that it's built. I just didn't mark it as done, and look at where I'm at right now on the workflow. It should be for the video, and then just let me know. Some days I'm just like, I wasn't really feeling like going live today. Like, I already had been working, I already put in like a full day of work basically. And it was one of those days where I was like, you know what, it's raining outside. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I mean, I was just gonna keep working, but I was like, I should go live. And it's weird, the more I go live, the less I'm like interested in doing all this like performance stuff, like the hype, like the intro, and I'm like, man, this is really just about me working and like reality. I mean, like, I don't need to hype myself up when I work. I just working on stuff I enjoy doing and learning cool stuff is like what hypes me up. So like, really, I'm like asking myself, like, why do I even do that? Like, why do I feel like I need to like like put on like some kind of show, like some like fake performance stuff? And I mean, that's a good question to ask myself. So I'm like, why do I do that? And I'm sitting here thinking like, I feel like I need to. I feel like, you know, maybe people would like it. That's what other people do. But that's not me. I mean, sometimes, but like, if I'm not feeling it, I shouldn't do it. Just keep it natural. Make it like real life. Like, this is like me grinding as an entrepreneur. And at the end of the day, I mean, like, I'm looking at it like, you know, I'm just happy that I'm doing what I enjoy doing. I have not made any money with this business yet, but I mean, I'm not surprised. My old businesses, like, mostly it would take like at least 6 months to really start making like substantial money. But either way, like, I mean, I'm feeling blessed, like, just that I'm doing what I enjoy doing, what I want to build. And I know like there's stuff I'd rather be doing in this business, but it just has to get to that, and it's not there yet. And I mean, I just have to like go through the motions and get to the point and just keep scaling up. But really, like, I mean, I feel like that's part of everything in life. Like, I just need to be like happier that I'm here right now doing what I enjoy, and not trying to look forward, you know, staying in the now, in the present moment. And really, that's what it all comes down to. I found as an entrepreneur, like, when I did work jobs, I was always looking at the clock, wishing that it was like time to clock out, you know, so I could like get out of that work. And like, you know, the day before my like first shift after a weekend, I was always dreading it, like, oh man, I just want it to be like yesterday when I had a day off. But when I'm doing my like business stuff, like, I can just lock in and stay in the moment because I enjoy what I'm doing, and like my mind isn't like thinking of like some other time or somewhere else I wish I was. I mean, yeah, like, it's weird, like, someone I knew just like, you know, went out to the mountains, went mountain biking and everything, and I was all like, oh man, you know, I haven't been out to the mountains in a minute. It's probably like, you know, prime time to be out there. But like, being in the Midwest right now, like, skies are clear, the smoke is not bad. And then the person I know went all the way out there, and they get out there and then like it's crazy like smoke in there. It's like not even like healthy to like be doing exercise outdoors. And it's like, man, like, I would rather be doing this business. Like, can't really plan stuff that well when it comes down to like nature anymore. Like, but that's another story. Anyways, this is good to go. See, like, that's cool though. Like, I'm just like, that was real. That was like a real event. And it's documented, so I can like look back and I can like see myself on this date, what I'm talking about, see myself progress as this goes along. And that's really all that matters, is like my growth, and then I'm providing value. That would make sense. Okay, that's where I'm at. I just need to commit and push it. So I gotta open up that project because I can't. That's like the only thing I can't do across projects. Commit and push everything that needs to be committed and pushed. So many layers. Wire it up, run the track. Wire it up, run the track. Wheel and come again. Pull up. When I first started streaming, I felt super weird being on camera. And I would like I had so much energy. Because I just felt like, I don't know, it was like something I never experienced before. Like, and I was super conscious of like everything I was doing. I was like, oh man, I like gotta do things a certain way for the stream. But it's like, the more I do it, the more I get comfortable doing it. And the more I realize like, well, the more I start to believe doing like the extra kind of like hype stuff doesn't matter. Like when I'm working without the camera on, I'm not like doing the hypey stuff. But anyways, yeah, it's no big deal. Just something I became aware of today for some reason. Or I've been slowly becoming more aware of, and today, like, I just caught myself doing it, and I was like, dude, this is fake. Like, this is not me. Like, I feel fake right now. Like, why am I, like, pretending to, like... But hey, that's cool. That's, you know, that's like, that's what I'm saying. That's growth. That's the awareness. Like, you just have to do something for a while. And then you start to become more aware of yourself. But, like, you know, I think, like, a lot of times in my life, and a lot of people too, will just, like, keep doing things. Even if it's, like, even if I might question it, like, why am I doing this? It's like, well, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be done. But, like, why? So, like, yeah, that's Stackivate too, is, like, just being aware of investing and how I invest and, like, the traits I have in that. And that, like, is the rest of my life. Just meditate on that. Meditate on, like, what I'm doing in my life and why and who I want to be as a person. And, like, what my vibration is and where I want my vibration to be. And where my life is and what I want my life to look like. And who the people around me are and what I want for the people around me to be. And why put myself in any spot that's not that? Like, I create my own reality. And in so many different ways. And a lot of them are very subtle. But I mean, anyone can create their own reality in this life. And it's like when I live it, then it's like I create more of it. And I see it. I see a big disconnect. Is like, so many people are stuck on like the, well, you know, you should just get a job because they'll start paying you now. Or like, you can just like do something now to like start making money. And it's like, okay, well, what's the point of having a lot of money but like living in a reality that is not mine? That is like fake. That is like one that I don't want to be in just for the money. Having some real insights today. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe it's like some rainy day. I should like take a note. I'm gonna actually take a note. So I feel like there might be some connection, but anyways. I'm feeling very introspective today. And it is a rainy day. August 5th. So I'm logging that in. So let's look in the future if I get very introspective on rainy days. Or if there's any pattern to this. AI's got me finding all kinds of interesting connections. I already opened up that Finance Hub repo and committed and pushed it. I see there's still stuff that needs to be committed and pushed here. So go ahead and commit and push anything here that needs to be done. I did not know you could commit and push across repos like that. So now I know in the future I don't have to open up that repo. And I'm not 100% clear on what you're talking about saying like flip to live. What does that mean, flip to live? I don't remember like doing anything in the past that reminded me of this action. So go ahead, let me know. Alright, so now like this should be there. Oh yeah, okay. This gotta be it. Okay, it's automatically checking this stuff off like it's supposed to be. Feature gate. Yep, mark that as done. Mark that as done. All right. Investor decision style quiz. Doesn't say what number that is though. That's gotta be it. Tool is done. Pick the worked example. Alright, so that's where I'm at. Alright, that's awesome. Now I'm feeling like I'm caught up and I understand what's going on. And looking like the next card is the worked example, the demo run. And I clicked to see it, but it's saying that no run proposed yet. It lands alongside the script draft. Ask in a session if it hasn't. So I'm basically guessing it's saying that I have to ask you right now to run this, even though it's like, you know, the card before it was already checked off. So from what I understand, like with the previous workflow, we already set up a system for the agents to like automatically see in the future when like the previous card is checked off and an action needs to be done. Like here would be to show me the demo run. But that's like, I think for version 3, that's part of like the plan is to build that stuff then. So just like checking to see, is that pretty much my understanding? Is that correct? And then can you create the worked example if that's where we're at? I guess if you want to create anything else that would make sense for this workflow, let me know, or let me know if I should just come back to you after I verify and do it one at a time. Because that's probably how it would work with the actual agents. Welcome to the chat. Roop Dog, big up yourself, respect every time. Thank you for the good luck. You have been building for about 2 months, and if it wasn't for LLM mistakes, you would be a lot further ahead. Well, that's probably true. And I can tell you that LLM mistakes are not going anywhere. Maybe in the future they'll get not as bad, but I mean, I still encounter them. I just get better at like catching it quicker. And I remember going in loops with the LLM when I didn't know what was going on, and it would just like be confident, like, here's the answer to your problem. Getting caught in those loops, but hey, at the end of the day, the main thing I'd have to say is like, just stick with it. 2 months is really like nothing. That's like not even building a foundation. I feel like I'm just getting a foundation after like 6 months of like building. And I'd already been doing like heavy LLM stuff that I understood LLMs before that for at least like a year or two. So don't worry about it. It's just a part of it, and you'll just get better at recognizing it. But like I don't even like luck. Like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. Like, I understand that's like good intentions and everything, but I don't even look at it like it's luck. I just look at it like, I mean, as long as I'm consistent and I'm putting in the energy and the mental like brain power and focus into this, and I stay consistent doing it, it's already starting to materialize. Like it's already happening, and more things will happen. And I don't look at I don't look at it as luck. I look at it as like what's going to inevitably happen from doing what I'm doing. So like this is all like just a part of the process. You know, being in the right place at the right time. Just keep staying, working on the business, working on the dreams, and it will unfold and it will become reality. I remember when like this workflow used to take me like almost the whole week. Now it should be like 2 days max. And there's still a lot more I can do to make it quicker and better. And it's always starting some new project that I've never done before. That's always the most difficult thing. Just because like I've never done it before. I'm not sure how to do it. But then once I just start building, the more I start building, like at first it might not make sense even after I start building, and then I just like get to a point where it's like, okay, now I get it. And it's like, why did I even like worry? Like I'll get it every time. Like I've been building. I don't think there has been any project that I've started and been like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I'm just going to quit it. At least for vibe coding. I can't say that about my whole life. I wish. Well, maybe not. Maybe some things are just smart to quit, but either way. Same way. You're doing it the same way. Alright, okay. It's text though, man. Alright, I'm looking at the worked example text from clicking the card. And this text, like, it's just a little bit annoying to read it. I feel like the text is kind of small. The font is just like a little bit kind of like blurry, like the letters kind of blend in, and I gotta strain like just a little bit to read. It's not that big of a deal, but over time. So I'm thinking, why not just fix it now? Do what you think you need to do to make this easier to read. I think the text a little bit bigger. Maybe the letters, like, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just like kind of like the letters kind of blend into each other a little bit, especially like when it's in bold. But make the change you think would make this better to this text, and then when I feel like it's right, then I'll just have you apply it to all the similar text that's like when I click a card and it pulls up like this. It's like already automatically selected the first run through. Done plenty research. It just never feels quite enough. Yeah. I know the feeling. But then after I build it, I'm like, why did I research so much? I should have just started building. Should have just started doing it. People whose opinions I care about thinking it was a bad call. Unfortunately, like, why should I care what other people think about the decisions I make with the money that I make from working? Like, what? But that's, I mean, I get it. Like, I see that too sometimes. Like, what would people think? Like, who cares? Instantly, yes, could undo it. Yeah, everything's set with this. My mouse. Check the battery. Battery's good. Just like starting to get like sticky. It's not like sticky, but it's like, I don't understand. Some weird technical issue. Alright, let's see if they fix this. Looks like it probably did. It's a little bit better. That font though, man. That is definitely better, and I feel like it could still be better, but I don't know like how to explain it. I think it'd probably just have to like try a different font, but I don't want to like go down this rabbit hole right now. I feel like I want to just keep working. This is good enough to make it better for now. I'll think on this for later. So go ahead and apply this to like all the text from this dashboard. So it's easier to read. And I just read that first card. I didn't mark it as done yet because I'm still gonna refer to it. And when I mark it as done, then I have to like reopen it, I think, to like read it again. But anyways, like, I'm letting you know that I'm ready for the next piece, and I'm just not going to mark this one as done, because I'm still going to need to pull it up to reference it. It is interesting being a human. And like being like really concerned with like what other people think. And like this is something new I'm seeing. Like, how can I apply this to Stackivate? Because this is like a real thing. Like, people are unfortunately, like, and I do this myself even, get some type of way over like what other people would think about like money. Like if someone is gonna judge me based on like how I'm spending my money, like then like what, that doesn't, that's none of their business. And if I'm gonna like live my life in a different way because like I want it to make it look a certain way, like I think that goes into like what kind of like a lot of people say that like people who are broke are the ones that usually try to, you know, look rich, and the people who are actually rich are the ones that like try to appear like they're not, basically. And I think there's something very interesting to that. I think you know, the society, like, it should be more creating, less consuming. A lot of people focused on consumption and not creation. And like, why? I mean, I find that the more I create, the more I feel like I'm already where I need to be and I already have everything I need. And I'm in the right place. And consumption just gives me like a short high, like, oh, I just got this new cool material thing. But at least I can tell, like, I don't have that, like, that issue of, like, you know, I gotta have this appearance of, like, all these nice material things. In a way, still probably do. But then again, I mean, every time I've rented, like, a super nice car and driven it around different cities, I've definitely, like, got a lot more attention. Most of it, attention I didn't want. People trying to, like, race me. People doing weird stuff in traffic, thinking, like, this guy's got a nice car. He can probably afford an insurance payment if like, there's a crash or something. Worrying about parking in the lot so I don't get, like, a door ding. Like, yeah, no, I'm good with that, like, material image stuff. Let's see. And I want to find like some kind of organization or charity to like donate to as part of this as part of each business. Really, it'd be like a different donation that like aligns with that specific business, and then do something like, you know, 1 to 5% of profits into that. Okay, so they wrote it here. Yeah, that text just needs to be bigger, a little bit. Come on, mouse. Like, works fine for so long. And it's just not even that bad. It's just like a little bit to where it's just like not moving as smooth as it used to. And I notice it. This is a brand new mouse. Okay. I just started reading the script, and here the text is like too small, so make the text like, I don't know, at least 20% bigger, and then we can go from there. that's not bigger. There we go. Alright, script looks good to me. I did not mark it as done. Because, I mean, then I have to like reopen it to pull it back up. And what I need now is the next part, which is the artifact, the HTML. And I clicked the card to see it. It's not showing up. So this is like showing me kind of the system we have right now is probably not going to work the way I thought it would, because I have to like mark something as done for the next thing to pull up. Even though it's not done yet. So basically, looking at this workflow, what do you think about in the future, whereas like as soon as I start this video workflow and I decide on the topic, that it just goes and creates everything? And then the only thing I need to do is just manually look it over and make sure it's good and like make any changes. But I shouldn't have to like check off the script just to see the HTML. Like they should all be ready. Like I don't think like, I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding this right, just something I noticed. And it's not that big of a deal to solve it right now. Let me know what you think, if there's an easy solution. I just don't know sometimes. Alright, so I mean, everything's good. Just got to get the setup. I don't know what to do. The script should be on there. The thing should be on here. Yup, and Stackivate will be on there. Okay. Yes. All right. No one knows what the market is going to do next. Unless you have the power to make tweets that can change the market. And to make trades off of those tweets. And then you start get addicted to it, and then you start doing it like every other day. And even your advisors tell you that all the money that you're taking from those trades are coming out of everyday people's pockets, and you don't care, and you just keep doing it anyway because you can get away with anything. And all you have to do is become president of America, and you can get away with whatever you want, and you'll never be held accountable. And you can hoard as much wealth as possible and do whatever you want, and nothing will ever happen to you. That's like the ultimate gangster path now. Except that's not the path for me, because I'm trying to be a good person and I don't want to have that kind of karma. And I want to provide value and not take value. Because I understand what happens to economies when people at the top start getting lazy and think they can just take value instead of creating. I would have to say, so got that and that. Yep. Yep. All right. Give thanks every time. All right, okay. Last week, I showed you how your bank app is about to get an AI money coach built in. And the question that video kept running into was, when the machine gets it wrong, who pays? This week, I built something for the other side of that problem. Because here's what I keep seeing in beginner investing threads. Somebody lays out their whole situation, the research is done, the spreadsheet exists, they have read everything. All kinds of research. And the post still ends the same way every single time. What would you do? And then I see the replies, and it's all people like replying the same like 2 or 3 index funds that are trending on whatever platform. And it's just the same story every time. So people don't need more information. Many times something else is just stuck. So I believe a free tool, 6 questions, about 2 minutes, that names what would actually settle your decision. It turns out there are 3 completely different kinds of stuck, and only one of them gets fixed by more research. Let me show you. So here's the trap. Asking someone else, what would you do? I don't know what I'm going to do. What would you do? Because then I'll probably just copy that. Because you must know more than me. You've been in stocks longer than me. This guy's on TV. He's been picking stocks for over 10 years. He must know more than me. I'm going to wait till his show starts. I'm going to see what he's buying. I want to know what this guy's buying. I want to know what that guy's buying because I don't know what to do. I've done all this research. This is one of the most common endings in beginner money threads. The answers almost never unstick anyone. The default fix for a stuck decision is always more research. The reading list grows, the decision still doesn't move. So there's three kinds of stuck hidden underneath the same feeling. A fact you could look up, a future nobody can know, and a sign off only you can give. Each one lands differently. So the bridge from last week. An AI coach living in your bank app is an endless supply of confident answers. Confident answers fix the first kind of stuck and quietly make the other two worse. So here goes the reframe. Here's what's new for you. The most stuck decisions, the missing ingredient stopped being information a while ago. It's more than that. People keep thinking it's all about the information. Like, I just don't have enough information yet. I just don't know. I just would feel better if I knew what someone else was doing. Asking someone else transfers input, never responsibility. That's what it's about. It's not about the information. Sometimes it is, but the more and more that I'm seeing the same trend, and I'm seeing like these people are getting like sidetracked. It's not the information. They're focused on like, I just don't have enough information, but it's the responsibility part of it. That's what I'm really starting to see like more and more now. It's about not wanting to take that responsibility, not wanting to make that decision and deal with the responsibility that comes with it. So the top comment loses nothing if it goes badly. You keep everything. That means the sign off was always yours. What replaces certainty is not confidence. It's a decision size to survive being wrong. Amounts you could watch drop without abandoning the plan. Can you really stick with it when you make that decision? Are you going to change your mind? And here's the crazy thing I've noticed is like people are more likely to change their mind when they make a decision that's based off of somebody else's decision just because that other person made it than when you make a decision based on your own convictions. So, a written if, this, then, that, judging yourself on the reasoning instead of the outcome. Which kind of stuck are you is information about you. Two people can circle the same decision for opposite reasons, and the honest way out is different for each. So, why did I build this? This is straight out of this exact weekly loop. Replying to beginners all week keeps surfacing the same deeper pain. It's rarely, I don't know which option. It's, I can't make myself pull the trigger. I've searched it before building. Analysis paralysis investing is all articles. Nobody owns an interactive answer. But now there is one. Keep it honest and short. This is free. You don't have to sign up. You don't need to email. It's built in the open as part of this weekly build cycle. So right about now, I'm going to show you the tool. And remember, this is all about analysis paralysis, decision making, stuff like that. So this is based on the research I've done online. This is the answers. That's like the most common answers that people would make based on what I've seen offline. This is like new investor, their most likely answers to these questions. So I'm going to run through it. What kind of decision are you circling? People have a lump sum of money that needs a home. You know, maybe some kind of bonus from their job, some kind of savings that they just like got access to, something like that. That's usually how these posts start. People talk about, I just got this money, you know, this money just came free to where I need to find a new way to invest it. Thinking about moving this money from here to there. So that's usually how it starts. So then suppose someone handed you the exact piece of information you feel you're missing. Would you act? Most people, they're still asking. Like they can get the right answer and they can feel like, wow, this is a good answer. But I just got to ask a few more people. I just got to like get a few more to sit, like, you know, probably just find another thing to check first, more research. So when you imagine asking someone, what would you do? What are you actually hoping they say? You want them to tell you the right move, stated plainly. So that way the call isn't on you. That way You know, it's their call. Like in your mind, it's like, okay, well, if this doesn't work, you know, then I didn't make the decision. Like I don't have to be so hard on myself, that kind of thing. So how much research have you already done on this? It's always like, I've been researching this so much. I've done a ton of research. Now I'm going on these like, you know, boards online, trying to ask questions, trying to find people, stuff like that. But it never feels like enough. It just never is enough. So picture this decision feeling wrong a year from now. What made it feel that way? And, you know, then it's like people whose opinions you care about thinking it was a bad call. Why did you do that with your money? What were you thinking? You know, you should have just listened to this person instead of that person. What made you think that was a good idea? Why did you like it's your money, you know, like the more I see this, the more I realize there's a lot more going on underneath the surface of all these questions, of all these people asking for money advice. So if the decision was guaranteed reversible for 6 months, would you make it right now? Instantly, yes. If I could undo it, I would do it today. If it's something I could just, but like that's not life. Like usually life doesn't work like that. So in this case, this is like the most like solution to what I've seen is like people have the analysis already more than they know. What's missing is they didn't give themselves permission. And they're the only person that can grant it to themselves. I mean, another person can tell you, like, you know, you have permission to do this, but if they don't feel like they have it, they're not going to do it. So the answers say you've done the work, options known, research done. Another factor would move you. What's left is the part that can't be researched, being the one who signs off. You know, usually what would you do is usually this wearing a research costume. And I mean, there's more to this. Like you can go and check out a lot more information that explains this better. I'm just giving you the quick rundown. So now I'm going to show you like the way me as an experienced investor would answer this. So what kind of decision are you circling? Most of the time I'm looking at one specific position. I'm just thinking of like the next position to buy that week or that month. And I'm just like doing research, seeing like what I think is, you know, I'll kind of narrow it down maybe to 2 or 3 that I think are the best. And then I'll just kind of like go from there. And a lot of times I don't even like pick one. I'll maybe just like buy a third. I'll just take that money I have for that week, put a third into 3 different stocks, crypto, whatever it might be. So suppose someone handed you the exact piece of information you feel you're missing. Would you act? So let's see. Because I would know, like I would probably recognize it better. I think a beginner. So I'm answering for me, yes. Like I would be like, okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna act off that. When you imagine asking someone, what would you do? What are you actually hoping they say? So I don't really ask people too much. What would they do? The better I get, the more I invest, the less I check on the experts, less I pay attention to that stuff. I just like trust my own research more and more. I guess I would want to, yes, I would want to verify myself. I wouldn't just go off somebody's information without verification. I don't need their reassurance because I know that even the experts make a lot of mistakes. And that reassurance wouldn't mean anything to me. How much research have you already done on this? I would have to say I usually do plenty of research. Picture this decision feeling wrong a year from now. What made it feel that way? The outcome going badly. Like sometimes you can make all the right decisions and then it just doesn't work out right. Things can change. If my reasoning is sound, then like I'm not mad about it. I'm just looking at like that's a learning opportunity. And I can only learn if I know why I made the decision. If I made the decision because someone else made it, then like how can I learn from that? How can I get better? If the decision were guaranteed reversible for 6 months, would you make it right now? I mean, every time, yeah. If I could just like go back in time if it doesn't work out. I mean, if that were true, I would be probably be a trillionaire. Or whatever comes after the trillions. I don't even know. So here's my, here's my basically like answer that's different from the last one. This decision has layers and they unstick in a specific order. Your answers point in more than one direction, which usually means the decision is really 2 or 3 stacked. A part of you could learn, a part nobody can know, and a part only you can sign off on. And that sounds right. Like, I'm always trying to learn something new, get better, find new stocks to invest in. And I mean, that's just like the stuff I got to do. Only I can sign off. Like, I'm buying a new stock that no one else has bought before. I'm just like, making my own decision with that. So like most of this information is going to be the same based on how you answer, just giving you background information. But essentially that's that right there. So let's see. So here's what all this reveals. This is the same tool, 2 different verdicts, both of them are right. It never tells you what to decide. It names the blocker, hands you the move that actually ends that kind of being stuck. The other 2 reads are real too. The learnable fact verdict comes with a finish line. Name the fact in 1 sentence, answer it from a primary source, and then stop. And the layered read unstacks a heavy decision into 2 or 3 normal sized problems. So what you're hoping the thread will say is information about you, wanting a fact, wanting reassurance, and wanting someone to take the call off. You are 3 different places an investor can be standing. So mirror the tool's own disclaimer on camera is what you can see. It reflects a snapshot of my answers, a read on the blocker. It's not advice about my investment, account, or decision. It's way bigger than that. This is like the foundation work. This is really like the missing piece so many people don't see because they're too focused on information, doing more research, but it's really bigger than that. It's like a hidden thing. The key to what they need. So AI is racing to make all your decisions for you. Decide, allocate, coach you inside your own bank app so you never have to make a call yourself. If a machine makes every decision, how do you ever learn? How do you get better? And when is it wrong? Is it not the one who pays? The goal was never to outsource the decision. It's to become an investor who knows your own style and improves over time. A tool can hand you an answer. It can't do the growing for you, and it won't answer for the outcome. Only you will. So the checker is free at stackivate.com/tools/decision readiness. Just go to the menu. I'll show you right now. You can see right on the side of Stackivate, it says tools. And then you can go down to mindset, analysis paralysis, the new one, the last card. And it's super easy to get to. You do not need an account. It is free. So if the ownership verdict hits home, if you can identify with this, if you feel like this is like personal growth, the archetype quiz would be what's next. This is going to tell you what kind of investor is underneath. This is going to tell you like the basic level of investor you most likely are or that you think you are. And then when you start actually using Stackivate, it's going to give you a much more clear like view on you. And that's going to change over time as you get better. So think of the money decision you've been circling the longest. What is it? A fact you could look up, a future nobody knows, or a call you haven't given yourself permission to make? Tell me below. I'll read every comment, reply with my best to provide value with everything I got to tell you. And you know that's going to be it for right now. Make sure that you like up the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm coming through with new information steady. That's it for this video. And just looking at the chat, welcome back, C Films. Respect every time. I'm doing all right. Hopefully you're doing good too. And thank you for that. That's awesome. So yeah, I couldn't think of what came after a trillion, and it's a quadrillion. So that would be like 1,000 trillion. Like 500 trillion is half a quadrillion. So I got like 0.5 quadrillion. I wish. Quadrillion. I'm going to be the first quadrillionaire. And then you got quintillion. I don't even think there's a quadrillion dollars. There can't be. There can't even be a quadrillion dollars in circulation in the world. But if there was, why not? After a quintillion, the next major named number in the standard short scale is sextillion. So that would be 1,000 quintillion or 10,000 quadrillion or 100,000 trillion, if I'm understanding this correctly. Learn something new every day. And that's the numbers like I should be focused on. Like set your goals high. Shoot for the moon, and if you fail, you will land among the stars. Big up Les Brown every time for the motivational quote. So, and big up C Films every time for coming through with the data that I would never ever think of. And big up Freedom Dow, respect every time. 100,000 trillion is easier to say than sextillion. I think, yes, and a little bit easier to like mentally picture too. After sextillion, the next major number is septillion. Man, that's like, yeah, like my bank. I need to call my bank and be like, you guys don't have enough place cards for zeros because I'm planning on being a septillionaire. And I don't think I can keep banking with you guys because, like, how are you guys even gonna, like, fit all the zeros on your bank page? So, like, I think I need to find a different bank because you guys don't have enough room to, like, even display my septillion dollars. And the bank will probably be like, I mean, we use dollars, not lizards. But yeah, that does sound like a lizard. The reptilian. So anyways, yeah, that's super interesting though. And I've just got like, that just opens up doors. Like, whoever knew, like, I was limiting myself because I only knew like up to 1 trillion. I just have to like expand my horizons and make like, why should I focus on being a trillionaire when I can focus on being a septillionaire? New goals, new visions. All right, so now I can go done with that featured deck. Let's see here. Yep, this is this. And I can mark this done. Script is done. Visual aid deck is done. Record the video is done. See if the prompts are ready. Nope. Right, so I need the prompts and the upload package. So I gotta talk to Claude about that. And I don't have to waste my time asking Claude what is next. And in another week, when I get to version 2, I won't even have to tell Claude to do this next steps because the agent will do it for me. Freeing up all kinds of time for the next higher leverage task. So I can build agents, so I can free up all kinds of time for the next higher leverage task. So I can build more agents, so I can free up all kinds of time for the next higher leverage task. So I can just keep doing that. All right, so let's see. Looks like I'm ready. All right, just recorded the video, marked it done, marked everything else done before that. And I like how it looks like I can even access the deck and the script after I mark it done. That is good, but the thumbnail is not there, and the view the thumbnail prompts and view the upload package, that's not there either. So I just need those two things. And then I should be able to finish this workflow. Let me know. And anything else you need to add, feel free. Probably what I need to see. Oh man, there's another one. After septillion comes octillion. It's got to be like 8 something. Like 80 zeros maybe. Followed by nonillion and decillion. I'm over here. Man, I'm over here focused on small change, trying to get 1,000,000. I don't even think that many videos would, or I mean, that many zeros would fit on the video title. Vibe coding to 1 decillion. Why not? It's like the 4-minute mile. I'll be the first. Everyone thought it was not possible to make $1 decillion until I did it. And then like a bunch of people will do it right afterwards. All right, so that's awesome. That part of the workflow. Feature gate. Built the tool. Weekly batch done. Still need to do the shorts. Mail broadcast. That would be next. And then I can go into other things. That's awesome. That's awesome. If I had this system set up, it would take me like maybe 4 to 5 days a week, pretty much all focused on creating content for one business. And I was just like spreading myself thin. And I mean, now like this is day 2 of this week, and I've been doing all kinds of like work when I'm not doing this. And so basically what I'm saying is I've not been working on this workflow when I'm not on stream. So just not even like 2 days of doing of streaming on this workflow, and I'm pretty much like cruising through it, and I can still like make it so much better to be quicker. And then that's layer 1. Layer 2 can start focusing on individual agents' jobs and making them better. And it shouldn't really like take any more time up, probably just cost a little bit more money. But at the end of the day, I mean, right now as this stands, this is under $5 a week to run this whole workflow. Probably more like under $3 a week. But even then, like the amount of time it's saving me, even if it was like $20 a week, I wouldn't even have to think about it. I'd be like, oh, I'm paying $20 a week all day to save like, what is it, maybe like 20 to 30 hours a week. And then the quality will keep getting better. This is the future. And like, so much of what I'm seeing, I know I'm so early right now. So many people are talking about agents, and it's just like they don't get it. So much of the hype online I'm seeing when I like try to click a video or like read an article about agents, it's such like a lower level of what I'm doing. Some people got it though. Some people understand it better than me. Give thanks every time for, can't remember the man's name, who stops through the comments sometimes and always seems to teach me a new lesson about agents that's like super technical and super advanced. And at the time, I'm like, what is it? This doesn't, well, how does this apply to me? But then when it's done, it always makes sense and it's always super important. So, I mean, there's a lot to it. The really simple agents that most people are hyping up, most of them are no different than just like going on an LLM. But anyways, okay. Both cards are filled. Thumbnail card, yep. All right. Check them out, make sure they're good like it says. It's good to me. Come on, mouse. Move for me. Come on, mouse. Move for me. Yep. Yep. It's good. That's awesome. Progress. All right, so what was next? I'm going to do the rest of the video workflow, the publishing and stuff off stream. So looking at the next thing I see that makes sense to me is going to be under 5 distribute, and that would be the email broadcast. So no issue drafted yet. I click the card, read the issue and give feedback. It says no issue drafted this week yet. Ask for it in session and it lands here. So I'm asking you for it now. And basically explain to me what you think the best way to have an agent take care of this and what order you think it should be done in. Like, is it like as soon as the research is approved? After I do the interview, after the research, then the email can be drafted. Let me know what you think. And then draft the email so I can access it through the card, and then we can go from there. And another benefit to making tools that I'm not like selling this tool. I mean, essentially a tool. It's more like building agents that just are gonna like, run for my business. Is I do not have to put any time into the design other than to just make it so it's not like annoying for me to read. But like, if I were doing this for a client, if I were building this for another business, then I would just like, ask them like what do they want in the design. I don't have to like do anything big. I can just focus on like the technical stuff, on the business stuff. But I do think some of this Stackivate design stuff is pretty cool. Like doing this, let's see. Yeah, doing the, that's right, you gotta sign in to access the dashboard. But like this mountain stuff. Like I remember like trying to do the design with Claude for the mountain stuff and it looked horrible. It was like drawing Christmas trees instead of mountains. And then I figured it out and I was like, all right, have it looking much better. Seeing like this marketing is bringing in users too. Like I haven't even been doing this marketing for like a month now. These are like fresh brand new accounts. I'm getting some users through like the stream, this live stream. This live stream is more like my personal brand because I'll be like promoting multiple businesses and ventures and stuff like that. But this being the first business with this challenge, I'm definitely impressed to see that after only like a month of marketing all new channels, I'm getting users coming in already. And one person almost, started the process of getting a paid account. They dropped off before they bought it, but that gave me a ton of information. And I guess what I'm getting at is like I'm able to see the analytics of like people coming in from my social media and from the marketing that I'm doing. And that's giving me a ton of information. And the one thing I've noticed is this Investor's Edge thing that I built, basically like a learning game kind of thing. I was getting the most pushback from AI saying like, this is like basically like no one's going to want to use it. And they were saying like, this is more complicated to build. Building this part of the build was the most complicated thing to build. Taught me a lot about fixing bugs. So like I was like, well, even though it took up a lot of my time, like it taught me a ton about fixing bugs, even if people don't use it. But this is the main thing that people ended up using. And multiple people have gone through this whole game, like through all the levels. I was thinking the time machine feature would be better, but I mean, I was wrong. And that's the main thing I've pretty much found with every business is in the beginning, stuff I think is going to work usually isn't. But then I just like, put stuff out there, see what works. And then once I get a good read on what's working, then it's just like, I'm good. Like, just keeps getting better. But now it's a different game because now I gotta like AI helps me a ton, but I gotta be careful and not let it make important decisions because I mean it's not good at making like important human in like investment or CEO decisions basically from what I found. It's more of like a lower level worker that can do a lot of good research. What's in the draft? More research won't settle it. Right after I said that. 3-paragraph pattern note that runs this week arc is your voice. That makes sense. So I should always, if I wait till I do the gate build like that, basically what I was thinking is like maybe I should just do the email stuff first. But this does make sense because if it gets more information from me doing those 2 full-length videos, then it can put that into the email and then even link those videos in the email. So that makes a ton of sense. So this is right, is set up right already. I just need to get the agent so it automatically fills it in so I don't have to have Claude, wait for Claude to do it. Well, actually, the agent might be a Claude model, so it'd still be Claude doing it. I just wouldn't have to wait. It just automatically happen. There we go. Oh, weird. What was that thing? Pattern. Okay. Yes, I mean, that looks good. I just don't understand. All right. All right, so now I'm seeing the email broadcast, and it includes some extra information. I'm not sure why it's included. So you've got the subject, the preview text, like that's obviously part of an email. This week's pattern, when I first read that, I thought that was the email. And then I scrolled down and I saw from around the web and the actual full email. So I'm not sure why you included this week's pattern. Is that just like supporting information to help understand like what's behind the email being written? And then why do you have the CTA separate when it's also included at the end of the email? Also, I read the email. I approve it. It's definitely in my voice. It sounds good to me. And you mentioned that I need to manually schedule it, but from what I understand, you should be able to manually or automatically do that through resend. And then I would just need to like tell you the time and date. And for that, I would say whatever you think is the best time and date to send it. Do you think I should do that at like the same time and date each week? And if so, do you think we should set something up so it just like automatically does that? Let me know what you think about all this stuff. And then sometimes that happens where I click in the middle and then my text gets all messed up, but at least I caught it. There we go. Separate when it's also included at the end of the email. There we go. Yeah. I'll be back. Well, no recent anywhere. Oh, that's because I get it. Alright, that's important to know. I'll be back. Right back. Yeah. Right. Okay, this makes sense now. I believe the restream was set up in the Finance Hub project, so like on the Stackivate website. And originally I did set up a landing page. I'm not sure what that process is right now. But what I'm basically wondering is, can you basically access the Finance Hub project and then get into resend and do the sending through there? Or do I need to add that API key to this project as well? Let me know what you think, and we can move forward. Hopefully you find it there, and also check to see what's going on with that landing page, because I can't remember 100% on how the email thing was set up, but I think it should already be set up. So check to see that the landing page and everything is working and that the email is set up through the Finance Hub, and let me know what you think about like accessing that stuff from this workflow in this dashboard. Yeah. Found it. It is real. It is real like a no-see-um. Man. Those no-see-em bites keep itching, man. Those mosquito bites, they itch for like a day or two, but it's about these no-see-em bites, man. It'll like itch, and then it'll go away, and then it comes back worse. We didn't even have no-see-ems in the Midwest until like I wasn't even living here back then when they came, but when they came here, but from what I understand, like there used to be like just a lot of gnats in the Midwest from like Chicago to Minneapolis. Like you would get these swarms of gnats and they wouldn't bite, but I guess some cities, I think it was, or like municipalities thought that the gnats were annoying, so they like basically like killed them all with different kinds of poisons that they sprayed in the air, which sounds super sketchy. But anyways, what they ended up doing was they basically made room for the no-see-ems, the biting gnats, to come in. So once they killed off all the like gnats that didn't bite, then it made it easy for the biting ones to move in. And now by them killing off all the good ones, the bad ones came through. But either way, like, what? We'll just spray poison in the air to get rid of the gnats, because they're just, we don't want people to see them. That's karma. That's karma. Never used to be forest fire smoke in the Midwest either. But still, they don't know how bad it is on the West Coast, man. I've seen it bad. I'm still going to be on stream for a while, so take a note to remind me when I'm off stream to do this stuff. And then this brings up another question. Basically, I have had some people create accounts on Stackivate, and from what I thought, like as soon as they create an account, aren't they essentially on the list? So like if they create an account with Stackivate, shouldn't I be sending them like the weekly emails to provide them more value? And just like, you know, as soon as they sign in and create an account, they're part of the list. Alright, what is next? More progress. Looking at what is next. And thinking do the second apathy trial run. And maybe you might want to change the card too, because right now it should be more than just apathy. Maybe apathy itself, I think, might have even had a technical issue. But I think there's 3 different, basically, like, tools I'm using right now. Apathy, and then 2 others that are all kind of doing the same thing, but differently, to see which one's working better. Anyways, do that run. Do that trial run and explain to me what's going on with, like, the different tools. I guess it says runs this week too. So if you think that's a good idea to do the next thing, then do that run and let me know. I'm calling it on this mouse. This Acer. I think I'm sticking with Logitech from now on. All my Logitech mice have worked fine for years and years. This one I've had for a couple months. And it's like just not moving right. And it's super annoying. But yeah, I gotta get the never again trying to save like $5 by getting the discount mouse or mice. This one's like carbon fiber too. Like, why would you need carbon fiber for a mouse? Whatever. Probably just fake looking carbon fiber. Bitcoin is back. Okay. saying 1.25 trillion added to the US stock market today. Sounds like a lot until you break it down, and that's really only 0.125 quadrillion, and it's really only 0.012 sextillion. Alright, this mouse is starting to get worse, and I don't know why. Come on. What is the deal? Dude, I gotta get a new mouse. Now it's working fine. I hate when technology like breaks, or like, yeah, like a car or something, then you take it into the shop and then it just like, it works fine. And then you like drive the car out of the shop and then like the noise starts happening again or whatever, and it's like, dude, I was just in there and they couldn't find it. That's how I feel right now. Don't let the internet fool you. Making 200K per more per year is still a great achievement. Wow. I did not have to be told that. Thank you, internet. Who's on the internet like, you're only making 200,000 a year? That's nothing. Like, what are you doing wrong? Citadel warned that the risk of rate hikes were high, then triggered a sell-off. And then they bought. And then they said, no, we're wrong. The bull market is still in full effect. We just fooled you. So you would sell and we could buy. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I'm like, why is this random browser opening up? That's right. Set a random browser for remote control. And this is the one. Right now it's slow, but I mean, dude, give it a year and this like remote browser control will be like, the browser will open up and it'll be done in like 5 seconds and it'll just click through faster than you can even watch it. Like, I just still feeling like, I mean, like, I've always had that issue. Like, I might take like 10 notes a day of things I like want to do or research, stuff like that. And then like, I'll try to like dedicate at least 1 day a week to just going through my like to-do list stuff. But it just always gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Until remote browser control like 2 weeks ago. And I just like, I said like, look at my list of to-do list stuff. Let me know what stuff you can do with remote browser control. And it came back with like half the stuff and it just did it in like 2 hours. And I'm like, dude, that's like a week of work right there. Like, this is like... And you would think it's like, okay, I just got done like a week of work in like 2 hours. I should just like take a week off then, because I can just do a week of work in 2 hours. Why not do the 4-hour work week? But nope. It's like, alright, now I got more time to do more work. And I'm totally seeing that. I didn't understand when people were saying like, AI lets you get like 100 times more done, but it gives you like 100 times more work. And I'm like, how does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. But it does. I just didn't see it. It looks like it's running in the background. Card is updated already. Yeah, right. Let's see. It's not, unless I didn't refresh it. Yeah, and it won't let me click. Whoa. What's that? Remote browser opening up again. Alright. How many oh, that's right. He's doing like 3 things. Alright, so it's like done, I think. Hold on. I gotta ask it. Alright. Okay, so your first thing, you're talking about the card has updated. I refreshed. I don't really see anything different on the card. Maybe the explanation, but it still just has like runs this week 1 and 2. I tried clicking on 1 and 2 to like mark off that I did them. It's not letting me do it. But I'd rather have it automatically done, like, you know, when I do the run, then it can mark it off. But I need to be able to also control it from the card. So let me know what you think is the best way to manage this from this card. And it would be nice if I could click a button on the card after the run and then get the information, kind of like how you just gave to me from the results, which I thought was done, but now I see something going on about a background process. I saw the remote browser control going on and it seemed like it stopped, so I thought it was safe that you were done. But looks like you're still doing something, so I'm gonna wait till you're done with this process, send you this message, and let me know what you think about this card right here, and like, you know, having an agent be a part of it in the future, running it from this card. And then just give me another like overview of like what this information is doing, what it's being applied to. Because it seems to me like this would be helpful information maybe to do like earlier in the process, like maybe after, you know, maybe part of the first step, like after the research is done and I've answered some questions, then go do this so that this information can then apply to the content if there's anything that's good. Because right now I'm doing this like, you know, the way it's set up is to do it after. Well, actually it looks like it's set up to do it after the news video, but before the FeatureGate video. So is this card right here with the me tag on it. Can't make this up. Every question is like, what should I do? I'm 28 and I want to buy my first nice watch as a gift to myself for passing my ACA qualification, getting my first job abroad. The watch is $4,000 or pounds. Yep, that's the pound sign. Okay, the watch is 4,000 pounds. But 4,000 pounds invested over 30 years at 8% is $43,700 or 0.00043 trillion. What should I do? Like, buy the watch. No, buy a more expensive watch. And then make TikTok videos about trying to sell your watch for more than it's worth. And then maybe someone will buy it, and then buy an even more expensive watch. And then just keep flipping these watches and quit your job and get rich off of TikTok, flipping watches, making shorts about flipping watches. That would be my advice. And that will make you way more than investing $4,000 over 30 years. Or 4,000 pounds, that's right, that's different than dollars. Okay, so the card should be changed now. Okay, move the card. Yup, that is a better spot for it, I think. Found a bug. Fixed it. Latest run summary line. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Okay. Oh, this is like every run. Interesting. I'm giving you the word to commit and push everything that is uncommitted. So just to understand this better, I agree that you moved it into a better spot, but the main thing I'm confused about is there's 2 runs a week. So, like the first run would be triggered automatically by an agent, after the research is done, and then I answer those questions. That's when when built, the first agent should trigger that first run. And then a second run needs to be done somewhere, another day of the week. So I think that's why you're talking about adding a button to do that second run manually. And that's fine for right now, and I'm sure over time I'll find a place that would make sense to, trigger it. So I don't have to, just less for me to manually do. I'm trying to make everything automated. Alright, so that being said, let me know if I'm understanding this correctly. If you need to change anything, let me know. If you have any advice or anything at all, let me know. And we can move on to the next thing, which I think is going to be the replies. Reply listening. So again, let me know about this card. Do you think this card is in the right place? Looks like it's into daily sessions. It only gives me the option to open the review queue, and because of the account restriction thing, I turned off that one agent that was, I believe it was the open, no, it was the SpaceX API. So the X API, and I had Grok for the agent, for the model of the agent. But anyways, that was paused. Let me know if you think we can turn that back on. There's a list of replies in the review queue. They are looking pretty old. Let me know if those should be deleted. And also, I took some screenshots of some posts that I'd like to reply to. So let me know when you're ready for those, and I'll send them to you. Eight plus 8 lines. There we go. What they're searching for is not what they think. Everybody's searching for an answer. Everybody's searching for the question. But they don't know that's not really what they're searching for. So I said, you gotta know yourself better in these times. Can't let society control your mind. Or AI too. It's not what I'm trying to do. Consciousness flows right through. Because I can do what I need to. Make my own decisions. I don't need to copy somebody else's visions. Creator life. Not the imitation life. Creation life, not imitation life. Alright, so I got that. And this is like the majority of this workflow is just, when I do it like this, it's me waiting for Claude. That's where the majority of the time goes. So when this is all just handled automatically in the background, this process, and that's like everything. I mean, give thanks for Claude, give thanks for AI, because looking at this process before AI, easy 40 hours a week. There's no way this whole workflow is going to get done in less than 40 hours a week and be quality. And then, I mean, thumbnails and images are gonna be like, you know, without AI, that's gonna, I would have to like pay for them. Man, there's just like AI made things 100 times quicker and better. And now I'm just making AI another 100 times quicker and better. Also, from what I understand on X, there is like an analytics side to my account that I should be able to access. So I'm wondering if either you can access like that with an agent through remote browser, or I guess the worst case, I'd have to just give you a screenshot, and I'd have to like be the manual human in the loop for that. Let me know what you think. And then I will give you the screenshots and you can let me know what you think on those. This man is over here on X talking about, I can't believe this is real. Maybe a little bit, but this guy is basically saying like, I'm so thankful for investing because I turned $10 million into negative 500,000 in like a year, and it taught me so many lessons. And I'm like, dude, you are a degenerate gambler. That is not investing mindset at all. No. Like, what? I don't know, man. That can't be real. I'm like, dude, that guy's like trying to like lie to make get attention on social media. I don't know, man. Maybe it's true. I shouldn't even be judging. It just something in my intuition is going off right now. Like, this man is lying to like get attention. And it worked if that's what's going on. Either way, a lot of engagement in that post. Wow. AI's #1 pick. The exact post I was just talking about. Like, no, you can't make this up. Wow. Enough is the one number no chart can actually give you. I took your recommendation and I just sent the Mon Investor now. I'm going to do the Barbell Finance or Barbell Financial after like an hour. And I skipped on the other ones that you recommended to skip. And I read your reasons and I agree. So what's next? Apply listening, feature done. It's looking pretty good. So I'm just looking at the weekly workflow, and I mean, everything that I was going to do on stream seems like it's done, except for that third video, the Ascent. The product, just me using Stackivate. And basically, I will do that part on another day. So the workflow's not done. Shorts is like the main thing I still got to do. I'll do that off stream. Those are pretty much done. They just need to be scheduled and everything like that. So let me know what you think based off what I just said. And looking at this workflow, is there anything you can think to bring up that you didn't bring up already? And then I can move on to the next thing. That's right. That was the other thing. Okay. Start the dev server. All right, so for the mon reply, I am not finding that full name. It was mon something. It was the first reply I did, and that was the first variation that I used for the barbell financial. The second one, I used the second variation. So, take those notes, and then I'll let you know what's next. Yeah. Do what? Tra la 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 la. Who told you you could have my cookie?
Like, wait, what am I doing? Why is this like... Why is my mouse freezing up? Here we go. That looks good. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I'll be back. Bada. Regular day. Bada. Give thanks every time. Alright, okay, something new for today, coming through with massive value, as I would say. So, Claude will now run an AI employee for you on a schedule in the cloud. No server, no code. It's called routines. It's built into Claude Code. And for most people, it is honestly the easiest way to get your first AI employee. So here's the question I had to answer for myself. If Anthropic will schedule agents for me as part of the plan I already pay for, why am I still running my own employees on my own database on a $5 a month server with my own approval system? That answer is this whole video, because the difference between a scheduled task and an employee is the difference between renting and owning. I'm going to show you both, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one you should start with. So, first I'm going to tell you what routines actually are. So first, the honest timeline. This shipped a few months back. Earlier this year, it's not breaking news. I'm covering it because most people running Claude Code still haven't even used it yet. And because comparing it to what I built teaches you something neither one teaches alone. So what are routines? In normal people terms, a routine is a saved job for Claude. You write the instructions once, connect what it needs, and it runs by itself. No computer left on overnight, no server rented, it runs on Anthropic's machines. So there's 3 ways to fire one. On a schedule, like a cron job, like every morning at 2 a.m. By an API call, meaning another program can trigger it, or by a GitHub event, like reviewing the code the moment someone pushes changes. The example most people use, a routine wakes up at night, reads a bug report, makes any fixes any bugs that might be found, opens up a draft pull request for you to review in the morning, just basically letting you know what was done. All this work happened while you slept. So that's what I've seen, really, they're using it for like technical stuff like bug fixing. So there's 2 fine print details that matter. 1, everything a routine does, it does as you. Through your account, your name on every action, And here's the second. There are reported daily caps, roughly 5 to 25 runs depending on your plan. So you are limited to how many routines you can do, depending on what plan you have with Anthropic. So this is a capped allowance built into the plan you already pay for. That's still a big deal. It's just not unlimited free labor. So that's an offer on the table. Scheduled AI workers, no server, no code, included in the plan. I mean, this is good. This is providing a lot of value to a lot of people. So now I'm going to show you what I run instead, and then we'll get to the why. So here's my employee and the receipts. The quick version for anyone new, I run teams of AI employees, teams of agents. First one being that I set up a research agent that works a real shift for my business once a week. It studies how my content performed, all my marketing, how my business is doing, hunts down what's working in my lane, hands me content ideas with reasoning attached. It drafts, I approve, nothing happens without me. It gives me the receipts, shows me basically payroll for my AI employee, how much it costs per shift, how much time it takes. It's all verified on my bill. It lives on a $5 a month server that my other agents share. It's about 3 shifts old. And the part that matters for today, it runs against a database that I own. That's the main thing. Every idea it's ever pitched, every content idea that's got made, how every content has performed. And I have seen results already, which is amazing to me, that with just social content that within like a month, it's already driving users to my app, my very first app. And that's not easy. Most people that have built an app can tell you, they put it out there and just silence, nothing happens. So since last week, it reads the history before it makes the picks. It's not starting from zero every week. It is getting smarter every week. And it's going off of the information that has accumulated since it has started working. So Anthropic's version, no server, no code. My version, $5 a month and a lot of building. A lot of learning and a lot of building, and there's still going to be a lot more. This is definitely not easy. This is the most complex thing I've built, and in some ways it's also very simple, but there's just so many different nuances to it that you don't know until you actually start using it. So here's why I'm building mine again anyway. Now that I've gone through the process and I know what the options are, I will definitely stick with my custom AI employees. Here's the real difference. A routine is a task on a timer. An employee has a memory, a manager, and a job description. So, difference number 1, the memory. A scheduled task runs your prompt fresh every time. My agent reads its own track record out of my database before every shift. What it pitched, what I approved, what actually performed. Same model, completely different worker, because one of them learns. That history lives in my database. If I switch models tomorrow or switch platforms entirely, the memory still stays with me. That's the renting versus owning line. The run can be rented. The memory should be owned. Here's difference number 2, the approval gate. My agent drafts, then it waits. Nothing gets published, posted, or spent without me clicking approve. That gate is not a nice to have. It's the reason I can let agents touch the real business. I've also got limits on how much can be spent. Things can happen. So a routine acts as your account on its own, on a schedule, for code with a pull request in the middle. That is great. That is an approval gate. For your business systems, you have to build the gate yourself. So difference number 3, the job description. A routine does one saved task. An employee sits inside a system. My research agents output my first agent in my workflow, feeds my content board, the outcomes feed back into its next shift, and the same database feeds my other agents. None of my agents start from zero because they share what they know. They can communicate together, and I will even be building a manager for each team. So it'll be just like a normal structure for a normal corporation. Each team has employees in it. Each department has its own employees, and each department has a manager for those employees. And basically, I want to move from speaking to the employees as a CEO to speaking to the manager of the employees as a CEO. So one task on a timer can't do that. A team on one database can. So you're probably asking yourself, which one should you use? Here's the part where I don't dunk on the easy option. I'm not trying to take the easy layup every time, because the easy option is right for most people watching this. If you have never run an AI agent, start with routines. It's easy. No server, no code. It's included in what you're paying. You can pick one boring repeating task and schedule it. You will learn more in 1 week of doing a real routine running than in a month of reading about agents. And I can tell you from researching these agents, there is a lot of conflicting information out there. There are so many people that are posting content about their agents, and it's really not what I'm talking about. It's very different. And I don't know if these people don't understand it, or if it's just that talking about agents in a different type of way gets engagement. I'm not sure. But either way, I can tell there's a huge disconnect right now with people understanding what is possible with custom agents. So, the graduation line. Rent the run, own the data. Rent the run, own the data. The moment an agent's output feeds a real business decision, you want its memory in a database you own and an approval gate you control. That's when you build. That was my path in reverse. I built custom because my whole business already runs on one database, and I needed the agent to live where the business lives. If your business doesn't have that yet, the scheduled task is your on-ramp, not your destination. So now I'm going to let you know where I think this is going. I think scheduled agents will become a checkbox on every platform. Basically, every AI platform, whether it's like GPT, Anthropic, Claude, Gemini, whatever it is, it's essentially going to be a commodity. Hybrid fleets will become normal. I think people will start to slowly implement these platform routines, and essentially people are going to use them for very simple things. I think in the short term, I think that's going to be like most people just like doing daily tasks for their own like personal lives. I think they're not going to really benefit from taking the time to go and like understand how to build their own database, how to like hook all that up, all the different nuances like I was talking about that comes with dealing with data and transferring data and having these agents do this correctly. That is major. That is going to be like too big of a hurdle for most people that are using these, and they're not going to need that. But when it comes to business, I think this is going to be night and day. I think the business world is it's already starting to, mainly with, from what I understand, these big major corporations, because they can afford it. But I think the smaller to medium-sized businesses, they're going to be the ones over the next like maybe 2 years, maybe 2 to 3 years, I'm thinking, that it's going to slowly start coming in over these small businesses to the point where it gets to be like, okay, when about half of these businesses implement these, every other business's competitor is going to realize that if they don't implement custom agents and custom AI employees for their business, they're going to go out of business because they're not going to be able to compete just because of the overhead. The overhead of hiring employees when they don't need them, or having employees that are just manually doing things instead of using agents to help them do better, it's not going to work. This is going to happen like slowly, I think, over the next, like I'm saying, like 2 years. And then with like, maybe year 2 to year 3, it's just going to start really excelling. And I think that the way that, Anthropic and GPT and Gemini, the main players, are set up, even probably Grok, I think that's going to come out to be a main player too. But basically, I think the way that they're set up, it's going to be like really technically difficult for them to implement these custom employees the way that I am, the way that they have their own database. it's just going to be like not possible for them. So I think there's going to be basically a line drawn where like most people that are just doing this for their personal lives, that are just, trying to get their to-do list done each week, they're going to be able to set up these routines. Even though it's possible, most people from what I've seen that are using like GPT and Anthropic are still not using these routines yet. That's basically my prediction. That's what my intuition is telling me. I've always been good at predicting tech trends, and that's where I think this is going. So as always, every video I do, I'm always going to try to like share my opinion on where I'm seeing the future, my vision as a visionary. So now you know what I think. I think we're on the brink, something great. Here's the one sentence to take with you. A scheduled task is a feature, an employee is a system, and the system is the part you want to own. And honestly, the fact that scheduled agents now come included with a Claude plan is great news for everybody. The on-ramp has never been cheaper. Start with the routine, learn what agents can do, and when the work starts feeding your real business, graduate to owning the data. There's room for everybody. There's enough for us all. Nature will provide. Everything is great. It's all about abundance, more abundance every time. If you want the exact setup I use to build real systems without being a developer, grab the free Claude Code starter kit. Link in the description and pinned in the comments. Give thanks every time. I'll see you in the next video. Like up the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm coming through with new information steady. I'm out. Without a doubt. Right. So that is marked as done. More fun, getting better, understanding this stuff better all the time. All right. I know what I wanted to do. Something new. So I just finished recording this, and I was just doing some research about Claude Design and how it can now do motion graphics. So I've been looking at a better way to get essentially motion graphics and visual aids for my content that I'm creating. So originally I had been using usually GPT Images 2.0, sometimes Ideogram. But now I've only used Claude Design for like website design. So let me know what you think about using Claude Design for image graphics. And maybe you can give me an idea, and I can like implement something and try it out, and can just walk through creating something real quick and see how it turns out. And just use this this video about the AI employee, whatever. Hold on. The one about Anthropic gave everyone a free AI employee. And the sky is falling free spring water. Rain from the sky. I'm sitting here drinking out of a bottle. Whoa, Claude doesn't even know what it is. Claude's like, this is newer than my training data. Let's see. So yeah, I just got to open Claude routine or Claude design and then so like basically from what I understand, I'm just going to give it a like let me switch to the so basically what I understand, I would just give it an image and then I think it's animation. For your toughest challenges, Fable 5, why not? Yeah, definitely this is not as intuitive as it looks. So I gotta get those instructions. So this is basically like I'm just kind of looking into this now, but once I get this workflow agent team 100% done, then like I can go into one agent at a time and make it better. So this would be actually this might even be adding another agent to this process. So sometimes it'll be like making the agent that's already there working better. Sometimes it'll be like adding another agent to a certain task. And I think that's what this would be. What? Claude says GPT image and ideograms still mangle text. No, they don't. Rarely. GPT images, I'd say, is like better than 90% of the time. Claude just always tries to like exaggerate about their competitors, which I mean, I don't blame them. It's a business. But I just have to know as a user when I'm trying to talk to like Claude about GPT or GPT about Claude, I'm not going to get very accurate answer. I'm going to get them trying to like persuade me not to use their competitor. So looking at the chat, Zero Earth, welcome, respect every time. I'm building agent teams, AI employees for Stackivate, the first business in this challenge. It is a investment education app, help you find your own style of investing. The link is in the description on, looks like you're on YouTube. So that's already built. That is a constant work in progress too. But right now I'm building the, essentially like the workforce, the AI employees for it. And you think the future is, I don't even know what that word is. Gotta expand my vocabulary and look that one up actually. I just got a comment from somebody talking about what they think about the future, and this word is out of my vocabulary, so can you explain this to me? Oh, definitely. So robusty, no, that makes sense. Is internet slang blending robot and ussy. um the suffix ussy is added to almost any noun or humorously refer to an appealing, attractive, or intimate aspect of the object. So it's a joke saying referring to attractive humanoid robots. No, I don't think I would want to have anything to do with that. AI companions, no, I'm just trying to talk business with AI. Or cybernetic romance in the future, or there's the other option is just a playful, chaotic comment poking fun at humanity's growing obsession with AI and robotics. But I do agree. I think that you will see. I think we're going to see that a lot more in the future. I think that um, people will marry robots. Like people will fall in love with AI. People will. I mean, honestly, like. I think people will adopt AI children. I think people will have AI pets. I guess that's already happened with the pets. There's already like AI dogs and stuff. Um, but like if they're not hurting anybody, what's the problem, right? That's just not the direction I'm trying to go in. AI employees are cool, but like an AI wife or AI family, even AI friends, no. Even if AI was like way better at doing that stuff, no, not for me. But if it works for somebody else, hey, whatever. That's cool. So, anyways, that is thank you, Zero Earth. I just learned a new term, some new slang. Robusty. Not sure if I pronounced it right, but hey. All right. So I will try this prompt in Claude Design. but I'm not sure how to do it. So you just need to walk me through. And this sounds different from what I saw. What I saw, people would have a script. I'm not sure how they use a script, but they would bring over an image that they generated somewhere else, and then they would use the animation to like animate their own image. It looks like what you're doing is you're just giving me a prompt to give to Claude, and it's going to create the image and do the animation, everything itself. And that's fine. Like, this sounds like an easier way to just try it out. So, just give me a step by step, or even better, um, if you could control my browser or even do it through here, let me know if either of those things are possible, and then I will respond and let you know what's next. I bet you I don't even have to manually do this. And there's other tools, like I've been researching different tools for creating more content. Um, Basically, like kind of the workflow I was just talking about. Like I could get images and then animate them and apply like transcript, make like really good quality stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. Like good quality, like commercial, like Super Bowl commercial quality um marketing content for my businesses. And basically once I get the process down, that's just another agent team. That's just another team of employees where I can just give them the idea each time I want to make a commercial, whatever. I'm just like, here's the idea. Do what you guys do. Give me a report when you're done. Let me know how it went. Let me know, understand how this, like what you built. And then I can just like tell them, like, hey, this looks good. Change this. And I got the whole team working on it. And probably like generate a commercial that would have costed like hundreds of $1,000s to produce before AI's time just a couple of years ago. I mean, I saw that. Like, I did notice, like, last time I was watching the Super Bowl last year, there were definitely Super Bowl commercials where I was like, this was created with AI. Like, I can tell. Like, I use AI enough to know I can tell. And I did not remember that from previous Super Bowls. So, I was sitting there thinking, like, somebody probably created that with AI and it probably costed them, like, max, like $5,000. Whereas like that would have costed them like, $500,000 probably minimum um to create the commercial. But that's probably nothing compared to what they paid to broadcast that during the Super Bowl. But anyways, whoa, I knew it. Yeah. It's like I'll just do it for you. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. That's it though. Like that's definitely a step up, a little bit of a step up from what I was doing, but it's not on the level of what I know is possible. But that's cool. And that's way like that's what I'm saying. Like I shouldn't have had to manually do that. Should be able to do that automatically for me. That's awesome. That is awesome that you were able to do this automatically. This is definitely a step up from like what I was getting on these slides. So if like each part of the slide could have something like this that's animated, that would be awesome. But it's still not as good as what I saw people were creating by just bringing over their own images. Um, Even though this is animated, it's still like pretty basic. So I think the main thing, this is awesome. I'm gonna do more of this in the future. My main questions are like, how much usage does this take up? For my subscription. If I could I build an agent to do this, like through an API in the cloud, or would that not work because I need my subscription to use Claude Design, or else it might be like crazy expensive. And if I were to generate my own custom images and then bring them to you like as a file path, could you still do this same process of animating them automatically through my subscription? It's a step up. Step up. Step up, step up, step up. Stepping up to the plate. Stepping up to the plate. No more time to wait. Gotta do something while I'm in the flow state. Yes. Cost almost nothing. Oh, a few thousand tokens. Yeah, this is easy. This is awesome. So API rates would have been about, they're saying like 10 to 25 cents. So I mean, I'm doing that maybe like 5 of those per piece of content. So that's like $1 to $2. That's nothing. Yes, an agent can do it. Claude Design is just a product wrapper. Does not need your subscription. The Claude or Anthropic API can do it. Awesome. And it doesn't need to be just Opus. Sonnet can do it. So I should be comparing Sonnet with Opus. Not crazy expensive, the opposite. It says yes, yes, and yes. Everything keeps getting better. The more I build, the more I understand what's possible. Wow. And it's even, it's like I can bring in multiple images and can stack them. Like I could have a character and a background, and I could put the character, I could give it to Claude and be like, make this character running across the background, and it should be able to do it. One of the main things I want to do too is like the second business I'm building out. I'm gonna have like not my face, like just automated marketing content, 100%, and then I can compare it to the business where I'm the like the brand, like my face, like I represent the brand. So that'll be like kind of like a sub experiment. So awesome, cuz this is so new. I feel like a scientist and I'm like trying out all these new things. And then I can post about it and let other scientists know that are working on it. It's awesome. Yeah. Every time, give thanks. So I'd have to say that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you got a lot of value off of what I had to say and do. And you know I'm always trying to come through with something new, learning as I go, staying in the flow state. So, you know, subscribe if you haven't already, coming through with new information steady. Like up the like button. Click on the thumbs up. But for today, my time is up. Gotta rest up, gotta eat up, and then get back up to work. But that's it for the live stream. So respect to everybody. Peace and love. I'm out.